As a Shopify merchant, you've probably had issues with customers inputting the wrong address at checkout, which results in undeliverable packages and costly package rerouting fees. And as your number of orders increases, your attempts to prevent undeliverable shipments might get increasingly challenging unless you start automating the process of address validation. So in this video, we're going to cover what shipping address validation is and its importance, the benefits of shipping address validation, as well as review an app that can help you reduce failed deliveries. Now, if you want to get started right away, then you should check out our app, Address Validator by RoboTurk, in the Shopify App Store. It's easy to set up, and address validation on your first 100 orders is free. And if you have any questions or if you want to learn more about Address Validator, then please visit our website at addressvalidator.com and send us a message via chat. Let's jump right in. First, what is shipping address validation? Well, it's a process that uses large address databases from multiple sources to help you ensure that the address provided by your customer is correct and complete. Address validation prevents delivery to an invalid address and all the problems arising from this unpleasant situation, such as the extra work or additional shipping costs, to a rising number of unhappy clients. As you know, online shoppers are prone to make mistakes as they speed through the checkout process or rely on Google autocomplete to fill out the shipping address. And some of the most common issues that e-commerce stores try to overcome are typos and invalid zip codes, missing apartment or unit numbers, as well as wrong house or street numbers. Now, those small mistakes can generate significant delivery delays if your store doesn't have a functional address validation process. An automated shipping address validator is the most effective way to verify data accuracy. Shipping address validation apps are increasingly popular among online businesses that want to switch from checking addresses manually to automating the validation process. And our app automatically verifies addresses, and when inconsistencies are detected, it prompts customers with suggestions and enables them to add a correct address right away. Now, with the Address Validator app, you have two validation options. You can validate during the checkout process or right after a customer places an order. Either way, you want to verify the data before starting the shipping process. Now, if the customer doesn't add a valid address or select any of the suggested alternative addresses, the issue is going to persist. So in this case, the app would automatically send email notifications to you and your customer, letting everyone know that there may be an issue, as well as tag orders so your team can quickly identify the issues and hold those orders for shipment. Once you integrate your store with our Address Validator app, you can gain a competitive advantage and create a micro moment during the checkout that has the power to improve the customer's perception of the overall shopping experience. And you can watch a demo video to see how our Address Validator app works and what your customer actually sees during their validation process while they validate their shipping address. Next, let's cover why address validation is important for Shopify stores. At the time of recording this video, Shopify doesn't have a built-in shipping address validation feature, but you can choose a third-party app to prevent sending orders to invalid addresses. And using an address validation app that integrates with your Shopify store will help you accomplish two things. First, it helps to create a better customer experience that builds trust, and second, it helps to reduce the number of undeliverable packages. First, let's talk about creating a better customer experience that builds trust. Now, your e-commerce store competes in an experience economy. Customers' expectations are high, and one bad experience can ruin all the hard work you put into attracting new customers and keeping existing ones and building brand trust. Think of a customer that's been targeted with multiple ads and is now browsing on your website, going through all of your products. Finally, they decide to make their first order and proceed to checkout. Now, in a hurry, they type the correct street name, but the wrong street number. Now, with no address validator, your store processes that order with the invalid address. Now, on the delivery day, the courier discovers that the address provided by your customer doesn't actually exist, and the courier's attempts to call your client for the correct address fail, so the package is returned back to your warehouse. Your dissatisfied new buyer requests their money back after a bad first shopping experience and never returns for a new purchase. So besides the tangible cost generated by this failed shipment, you lost a potential customer who now buys from your competitors. But when you automate the address validation process, you can avoid most of these situations. The Address Validator app contributes to a seamless shopping experience and delivery process, which results in more satisfied customers that trust your brand and are less likely to leave you for a competitor. Next, let's talk about reducing the number of undeliverable packages. Now, thanks to Address Validator, you can reduce human errors that are made during the checkout process and resources spent on manual address verification. Our app automatically identifies bad addresses and allows customers to fix them based on suggested alternate addresses. And hey, if they don't actually manage to pick an address that's valid, the app immediately notifies your team and the customer to solve the problem after checkout. Failed and delayed shipments, package returns, and canceled orders generate costs that affect your bottom line. So let's make a simple cost calculation for a store that processes 1,500 orders per month, of which 4% are with incorrect addresses. Now, for each order with an invalid address, the redelivery cost will say $7, and the support and operations cost will estimate at $6. Now, with 60 failed deliveries per month, your store lost $780. Again, that's per month, which is over $9,000 per year. But the store could have fixed at least 80% of these invalid addresses if they had an automated address validation tool, and that would result in a monthly savings of $564 or nearly $7,000 per year. Now let's review some of the benefits of our address validation app. Now the first and most obvious is preventing invalid addresses. An invalid address occurs when people make one or multiple mistakes when filling out the delivery information and the order is processed without address verification. Our app allows you to catch these errors automatically during the checkout or right after the order is completed and fix invalid addresses before the delivery actually starts. Second, it reduces failed delivery shipments and saves money. New shipment problems arise with each invalid address. Long delivery times, increased shipping costs, and customer complaints affect your profitability and customer relationship quality. But when you use Address Validator, you reduce the number of failed shipments and save resources that would otherwise be spent on fixing delivery problems. Third, you can enable address checking rules. The address check rules in the Address Validator app help you actually block undeliverable addresses and prevent failed shipments. For example, let's say a customer enters a P.O. box address and then chooses to ship via UPS, but you can't ship to P.O. boxes with UPS. So based on your rules, the app will automatically block this address and then ask the customer for a valid alternate address. This can come in very, very handy. Next, Address Validator is optimized for mobile and desktop users. Now, your mission is to simplify checkout and convince customers they're making a good choice by ordering from you. Along with the friendly user interface, our Shopify Address Validation app works seamlessly on desktop and mobile devices without slowing down your store or complicating the shopping experience. Next, you can increase your customer lifetime value. The assistance that you offer with delivery address validation improves the shopping experience, and customers can rest assured that their ordered products will reach the correct address and on time. Now, people are more likely to return and become repeat clients when they've had a positive checkout and post-purchase experience, which allows you to actually increase your sales and customer lifetime value. Lastly, our app is pay-as-you-go. The price you pay for our address validation app is significantly lower than the cost resulting from invalid delivery addresses and you haven't caught them on time. For example, we only charge 4 cents for each address that we validate, and that cost is minimal compared to the cost of rerouting packages or having to refund the entire order because a package didn't arrive in time. Hopefully you found this video valuable in understanding the importance of shipping address validation for your store. Now, to start address validation within Shopify, simply visit the Shopify App Store, search for Address Validator, and install Address Validator by RoboTurk. It's easy to set up and you're ready to validate addresses immediately after installation. And if you need any help throughout the process, we have an amazing customer support staff that can assist you with all of your needs. Again, your first 100 addresses are validated for free. So install Address Validator today and discover the benefits of a fully customizable address validation app. Also, check out our other videos, including a demo to show you how Address Validator works in action, as well as a detailed setup and customization video with all the instructions you need. Now, if you have any questions or want to learn more about Address Validator, then please visit our website at addressvalidator.com and send us a message via chat.